I was just getting big returns in the first half, So to myself, the whole time I was getting returns, I said, I got to take one of these to the house. We came in at halftime, and Coach Landon Salem, the coach of the tight ends, he said, you're getting all these big yards on punt return, why don't you take one to the house? So I got you, Coach. And our second half, that's what I did.
What did you see on that play, though? I mean, how did it kind of develop?
Special teams, we got a certain way we set up our blocks. So I would just read my blocks, and I tell them all the time, if you give me a seam, that's all I need. I take the seam, I see the seam in the game, I hit it hard, I was off to the races.
Before that punt return that set up your all's first touchdown, did you, as a punt returner, as a special teams player, feel a certain responsibility, I guess, to kind of give your team some kind of spark as the offense was stalling out a bit?
Yeah, as always, I say to myself, I'm a big time player, so whenever I got the ball in my hands, my objective is just to make big plays, and seeing out there on every punt return, I would just get the ball back down so our offense could score.
How much of after that punt return, after the touchdown that it led to, how much of a difference did you notice in your team, even emotionally, in terms of your energy? Did you notice much on?
I noticed a lot. We came in at halftime. Last year they said we couldn't finish quarters, so just to go out there and execute on the kick return and look to the sideline, see all my offensive and defensive players excited, it just set the tone for the rest of the game.
You played a lot at receiver. I mean, as much as anybody, maybe more than anybody else. And the coaches tell you, coming into camp or coming into the season, you're going to be one of the main guys at that spot.
Yeah, what it all started in spring ball when Coach Kennedy came in. It was easy to adapt to a new offense, and Coach Sherman put me out there with the ones, so it's just my responsibility, to go out there and just learn the plays and make sure I execute and just keep my head in the books.
You guys feel what do you guys need to do next week and going forward to kind of be more consistent, more effective with it?
We just need to get in the film room, learn from our mistakes, go out and practice all next week hard, and just come out on top next week.
Coach Narduzzi talked about communication a little bit. Was there some of that either with Nate and the receivers or O-line, sidelines, whatever?
Yeah, Nate's a big part of the offense. Every time in practice we communicate. He tells us to run certain routes, so we just got to listen to Nate because, he's the head of the offense. So listening to him makes the whole offense just run smoothly.
Getting off the line of scrimmage, getting that first step or two to get open, is that something that collectively the wide receivers need to do a little bit better?
Yeah, we all need help with just little things as far as taking wide releases on outside releases and stuff like that. But Coach Sherman works with us all the time in practice on that, so we should get better as the season progresses.
Nate said he thought he left a few throws out on the field, that there was more yards to be had there, that he missed you guys a few times. Were there some miscommunications as to where the ball was exactly going to go that could have made that better for you?
I'm not absolutely sure. Nate sees what he sees. We just go out there and do our job and run routes.
Fun to have the coach actually address Penn State?
Yes, always. Coach Narduzzi was psyched about the game. He's we can't overlook Villanova, he said, but Penn State is a rivalry game. That's an in-state game, so we just go out there and give it our all.
How difficult was it to not look forward to that game?
It wasn't difficult at all. As you know, Villanova's a good team, so you can't overlook any team. As you see with Youngstown State last year, it was a dog battle with them. So this Villanova being as though they're in a different conference, we can't look over anybody.